Okay. Is it on? This thing is recording. It is. Okay. Hello. Welcome to my channel. It's Heart the Lover Boy. And I want to preface this by saying that I've been sitting on this video for a long time. And I haven't really found a way to construct it until now because I wanted to share a story that I experienced. It's just that I wanted to be productive with how I shared it. I didn't want to just get on here and bashing the boy because I don't think this is not productive and helpful. And this Laverne Cox situation, it had really inspired me to like go ahead and tell my story. And I kind of found like an informative way to deliver the message. So I'm gonna just get right into it, y'all. So boom. I met this black man, this masculine black man, and he was great. Like he was really great. The relationship was really great. He partnered really well. He treated me really well. I loved him. He loved me. Like he was a like marriage was a potential there. Like marriage, I could see myself marrying him at that time. Like when it was great. And it's just over time like a veil had lifted and that fantasy diminished so fast. I'm hurt. I'm still hurt. So me and this boy, we had been talking for a while, and we just never got to a conversation of politics. And so while one day we're texting, we're conversing through text, and how me and him text, we kind of like respond and talk and laugh through memes and gifs and reaction pics. And he ended up sending like a JD Vance meme or a Trump meme or something like that. And I was just like, "Hey, what's going on here? Like, why are you?" I was like, "Why are you sending me this? Like, what is this about? We have a wide selection of memes and gifts to use. Why am I looking at JD Vance and Trump?" And then I forgot the immediate response during the text, but I just know like the next time me and him talked, we had a conversation. I was like, "Hey, so tell me about your politics, because what's going on?" And that's when he was just like, "Oh, I'm a Trump supporter." Mind you, this is around the time of like the election, like the presidential campaign of Kamala Harris. This is like September, October, August, around that time. And I was just spooked because I'm like, oh my God, you're a Trump supporter? And mind you, around this time, I'm informing myself on so much. Like I at that time I'm majoring in political science at an HBCU. So I'm learning the politics through like a black perspective. And I'm educating myself on Project 2025, like multiple videos online, explicitly detailing exactly what's in Project 2025. And I'm just looking at this gay black man, this openly gay black man. I'm looking him in his eyes, and I'm just like, baby, this not gonna work. Like something has to change because this is not going to work like this. And I remember that sense of just defeat I felt when he instantly told me that because honestly, there was an instant wave of disgust that had filled through me. And I couldn't really maintain that relationship with him staying in that frame of politics. And so I was like, we're gonna have a conversation, or I'm oh, you gotta go. So I talked to him. I tried to have a conversation. We had multiple conversations because, like I said, this is somebody who partnered really well, openly gay black man that partnered really well. And at that time, like I was really big on chasing masculinity or like wanting masculinity in my relationship. So this was a spectacle essentially. And I didn't want to let this go. So while we're having this conversation, I'm just asking him a series of questions and picking his brain. And I'm just like, I remember I was like, how do you feel about trans people? And then he looked me in my eyes and he was just like, I think trans people are weird. And oh my God, I'm just it's coming back, y'all. I'm hurt all over again because it was just like, oh my God, it's not even like he's blindly supporting Trump. It's he was heavily into the politics of the right side, and it's just so much bigotry and so much femphobia, transphobia, anti-blackness that he believed in as like this dark-skinned black man. And when he said that to me, I just couldn't help but look at him because I'm just like, trans people are weird. That's the same rhetoric that oppresses us as gay black men. So how what are you talking about? Like what are you saying? I was just so devastated because he was just it was just awful. It was such an awful conversation. And my mind at that time instantly went to the fact that like I'm in queer spaces. I'm at a HBCU. I'm around queer people. One of my closest friends is a trans girl. How what do I look like bringing her around you? And I'm like, how would that make her feel? And then how would she look at me? Just all this was in my head at the time. I was just like, this isn't going to work. Like, but I persisted in this conversation because at this time I was really just trying to really grasp an understanding. And I kind of like threw away the concept of trying to fight for him. I was more so in the space of, well, honestly, I completely threw away. It was just that I feel like it was less possible to reach a common ground with our politics as I got some more depth of how he think. And I was just like, I have a trans friend that I'm so close to, and politics is going to come up. So it's not like I can avoid this. I'm not comfortable with bringing her around you. What would I look like bringing her around you? Like, it's the equivalent of having like of me being like a straight woman with a gay best friend and my boyfriend is homophobic. It's like you look a mess. What are you doing? You want a man that bad? Like you look a mess. What are you doing? And so I remember just talking to him. I was literally told I was like, love. I can't really say what I told him, but I was just like, you're weird. You're gay. You see how like how can you use that same rhetoric on trans people when that oppresses us? And it was just like he instantly backed away from that whole conversation. Well, at that point, he didn't really want to mention that. And I was also just bringing up the fact that I'm like, have you read Project 2025? And this, like I said, this was during like the Kamala's presidential campaign. So this was before Trump like connected himself with Project 2025 because he lied. He was lying at this time. He was like, I'm not connected to it. And so, because my boyfriend at the time, he knew that the politics of Project 2025 was just completely destructive and wrong. So he was just like, oh, Trump came out himself and said that he's not connected to Project 2025, despite his name being in the book. Like, it was so, y'all, oh my God, I'm hurt all over again. This is bringing the emotions back because, oh my gosh, I did not want to let that go, but I had no choice. And oh my goodness. It was just awful, and I asked a series of questions. I just kept going with the conversation, and I was just like, "Love, we not compatible." And he was just like, "All that I've done for you just it doesn't matter anymore." I'm like, just like Lauren Hill said, nothing even matters. I can't do anything but let you go because I can't be with somebody who I don't want a contrasting politics with my partner like that. That's just not my cup of tea. I date, I really prefer to date black because I want to avoid sticky politics. And I grew up, I also grew up in Memphis. So I've learned the value. And I see the beauty in black people. I really do. And I learned to value black people. And just growing up and learning the world and learning how whiteness is like, the status quo and it's just promoted to us, it taught me and pushed me and like informed me. It makes me want to seek that black love even more, just knowing how much whiteness is put onto us when you analyze the media and just pay attention to things around you. Girl, Sydney Sweeney and her jeans. Like, you see what I'm saying? So I was just telling him like, love, I date black to avoid things like this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't and he like I said, he had done amazing things in a relationship. So I know he was extremely hurt for me to just so easily let it go. But it wasn't easy. I had no other choice. But he didn't see it that way. And I remember we had like weeks later after that conversation, excuse me. Weeks later after that conversation, we had attempted to talk again and see if we can reach a common ground. And we were at this restaurant. And when we at this restaurant and talking, we tried to talk about the situation. I honestly knew that it it was just a very low chance that I was gonna get the results that I wanted, but I wanted to do this to really learn more from the situation. But part of me did want to fight for it as much as possible, but a big part of me knew like this isn't it. And so we're just conversing. The conversation, it really wasn't going well. And I did way better with that second conversation at this restaurant because the first time when he revealed his politics to me, I was a little sarcastic and disrespectful because it just didn't make sense as him to be an openly gay black man, y'all. Like none of that just made sense to me. So we're at this restaurant and we can't reach a common ground. We can't see eye to eye. He get this waitress, y'all. He get our waitress. He bring her over here. Here go Amy. He gonna say, "What do you think? This is our situation." He explains the whole situation to her. Well, he summed it up briefly. Like we have contrasting politics. He's wanted to vote for Trump, and I'm going to vote for Kamala. And we love each other, but this is the big factor that's stopping us from just persisting in this relationship. Here Amy go. And I was just like, this is the problem. This is the exact problem. Because Amy is a white straight woman. We're a gay black man. What can she add? What can this woman possibly say to me right now? For me to be like, you know what? You're right, Amy. Like there was nothing the lady could say. And I was just really sitting back like, he's so tone deaf. Like, oh my goodness. She came over. Well, do you love him? I'm like, he cool. I'm like, yeah, girl, he cool. Then she's like, well, if you love him, I don't see how you guys can't make it work. Like, if you guys love each other, then it should just work. Y'all should be able to exist. I'm like, Amy. I was like, thank you, Amy. Thank you. Thank you, Amy. Can I get a refill of my water, please? Then I look back at him. I'm like, baby, this woman is straight and white. Why is she? What are you talking about? Why did you even what? Hello? What can she? What? And it just did not work out at all. And also, when he came a girl, when I discovered his politics, his social media presence had shifted so much, which is crazy. It was like the veil had lifted. He was like, okay, cat's out the bag. Like he completely went patriotic, pro Republican, pro Trump, all on his social media. And that even disgusted me more because I'm going through and I'm analyzing all that he's like reposting and believing in. And I'm just like, yo, you're really deep into the mess and deep into the propaganda and the foolishness. And it looks so crazy on you. Looks so crazy on you as a gay black man, y'all. Oh my gosh. And with Laverne, dating as a dating as a trans black woman, that I really can't speak too much on that because I don't know. I'm not too informed on that experience. But and this was around the time of 2020. So although the hatred for trans people was still there, it wasn't as blatant as it was in 2024 with me and my boyfriend at the time. And I don't know how Laverne was able to persist in it, well, attempt to remain in their relationship afterwards, because I instantly felt disgusted. And Laverne is like really known for advocating for rights, trans rights, and just being a Democrat and just voting for, I mean, yeah, advocating for Democrats. So I found it really tricky how she was able to persist in their relationship. And it's this space where they had discussed this, and Laverne took a lot of accountability. Like that's a grown woman. She was on there for like, she was on this space with Olay in France for over an hour, just taking accountability and hearing other people add their thoughts onto hearing trans people mainly add their thoughts into her situation, the story that she told. And I honestly think it's due to desirability that reframed her from inquiring about politics. But the difference between me and Laverne is just that she was with a white man and he had completely lied about his occupation. He sent her a representative, as men tend to do. He lied about his occupation, and that's how she fell into that. Like over time, when the emotions were there, the connection was built, that's when she had found out. So I understand how tricky it was to leave in that scenario. It's just that I knew for me, I couldn't stay in nothing like that because I'm in queer spaces. I can't. You're not gonna embarrass me. I'm sorry. It's just that. And I told him that. I was like, you're embarrassing. And he was so hurt by that. But I'm like, it's the truth. That is embarrassing. That's embarrassing. It is. I'm sorry. I just couldn't be. I couldn't persist. I couldn't maintain that without knowing that he's in a better space politically. And also with Laverne, like it's just so crazy noticing that we were low key sending representatives because he completely lied. And my boyfriend at the time, right when he told me, like his whole social media presence has shifted. And it's just like you've been sitting on this the whole time. And it's really, really, really radical right leaning propaganda that he's reposting and believing in. And it's just like out of the blue. All this on his social media, and that's just so crazy. But oh my goodness. But I will conclude with this. Um, when it comes to dating, especially dating interracially, but really period, when it comes to dating, you have to cover all grounds. You have to ask all types of questions to avoid things like this because if you don't, people will attempt to send the best version of themselves or a version that they believe that you would like or you would want until they feel comfortable enough to just show their true selves. Inquire about politics, y'all. And looking back, it was my biggest lesson from that relationship because it was deeply irresponsible for me and Laverne to engage in these romantic relationships without inquiring about these people's politics. But like I said, dating interracially, it's especially important to inquire about politics. But just period, ask these questions. And the real reason why I feel like I didn't inquire about his politics like early on is because he was an openly gay black man and he seemed to be from the surface like comfortable in his sexuality. And on top of that, like this man was getting me more comfortable with showing, public affection and just love to each other oh, excuse me, y'all, in love to each other in public. So therefore, due to those things, I really didn't feel like the immediate need to inquire about it. Like it just didn't cross my mind. And that's just still irresponsible. Like you have to cover all grounds. And that's just the biggest takeaway. That's my message to y'all. Please cover all grounds in these relationships. And I think that just concludes my story. I just want to share my experience and just share what I learned from that. And I appreciate y'all for watching. All my content will not be like this. Like I will have variety. I just wanted to start this off like this because the Laverne situation had most definitely inspired me. But if you made it to the end, you should go ahead and like. You should most definitely subscribe. Leave a comment. I really mess with you. Share your thoughts. Engage with me. I'll respond back to you in the comments. And thank you for watching once again. Bye.